You've probably heard the new trade war is about steel, solar panels, and semiconductors. You've been told it's about protecting American jobs and leveling the global playing field. That's the official story. That's the headline. But it's not the whole story. In fact, it might just be the most convenient distraction in modern history. What if the real war isn't about what we import, but about what we think? What if the front line runs directly through your social media feed and the primary target is your perception of reality? This isn't just about tariffs on goods anymore. We're facing a sophisticated AI-powered assault on our shared understanding of the world, an attack you unwittingly help train every single time you scroll, click, and share. Let's be clear, the tariffs are very real. They affect everything from Chinese goods and European cars to Indian steel. The stated goals are straightforward enough: shrink the trade deficit, bring manufacturing back home, and project strength on the global stage. We hear about securing supply chains for critical tech like semiconductors and pushing back against the economic games of our rivals. It's a story of economic defense, told with tangible goods and national interests. And it's the perfect smokescreen. While we're all busy debating the price of cars and electronics, the most valuable commodity on earth, public opinion, is being quietly weaponized behind the scenes. This isn't just a new economic policy, it's a fundamental shift in the nature of conflict itself. A new era where the goal isn't to seize territory, but to seize control of the public mind. Welcome to the age of cognitive warfare. Cognitive warfare is a term you need to get familiar with. NATO defines it as the weaponization of public perception. It's a strategy that uses technology to disrupt a population's ability to tell what's real from what isn't, aiming to directly influence attitudes and behaviors. The objective is to sow division, undermine trust, and shape reality itself, often without a single shot fired. And the primary weapon in this new kind of war? Artificial intelligence. We've all heard the phrase, data is the new oil, but that's never been more true. Every single thing you do online, every search, every like, every video you watch, is collected and fed into massive AI systems. These systems aren't just trying to sell you sneakers. They're building a detailed psychological profile of you, analyzing your data to understand your hopes, fears, biases, and emotional triggers with terrifying precision. This is the raw material of modern influence. This goes way beyond early scandals like Cambridge Analytica, which now looks like a primitive test run. Today's generative AI can create messages, images, and videos tailored not just to your demographic, but to your individual psychological soft spots. It can identify what researchers call prime vulnerability moments, the exact times when you are most susceptible to a message, and deliver content designed to nudge your thinking. So, how does this actually work? It's a three-stage process: profiling, narrative engineering, and deployment. First, profiling. As we've covered, AI algorithms create deep psychological dossiers on millions of us. They can predict your personality and behavior with frightening accuracy, allowing campaigns to slice up the entire population into hyper-specific microsegments. Second, narrative engineering. This is where political goals meet technology. AI tools are used to craft and test millions of variations of a message or story. They're designed for what's called cognitive fluency, making them simple, emotional, and incredibly easy to believe. A complex issue like international trade with all its nuances can be flattened into a simple, powerful story of us versus them. These AI systems monitor social media sentiment in real time, allowing strategists to see which narratives are working and double down on them instantly. Third, deployment. This is the attack phase. Armed with your psychological profile, the system delivers the perfectly engineered narrative right to you. For you, it might be a story about patriotism and protecting jobs. For your neighbor, it's about national security. For someone else, it's about blaming a specific group for their problems. Each message is precision-tuned to resonate with a person's specific emotional and cognitive biases. This is all supercharged by coordinated networks of bots and algorithmic amplification on social media, creating the illusion of a widespread consensus. This information fog makes it impossible to tell authentic grassroots opinion from a sophisticated AI-driven manipulation campaign. The result is an environment where trust in institutions, the media, and even each other evaporates, creating fertile ground for polarization and control. This isn't some far-off theoretical threat. It's happening right now. The same AI technologies are central to new government action plans aimed at ensuring American dominance in the field. There's an aggressive push to remove regulatory hurdles and accelerate AI development. And while a debate around regulation continues, the current policy focus has shifted from safety to rapid deployment and competition. When public opinion can be so effectively shaped, the line between democratic will and engineered consent gets dangerously blurry. Policies no longer have to succeed on their merits alone. They just need a successful narrative to be sold to the public. The psychological impact of a policy, its ability to project strength or offer a simple answer, can become more important than its actual substance. And this brings it right back to you. This isn't just about politics. This tech is being used to shape what you buy, how you feel, and your basic perception of the world. It creates echo chambers that reinforce what you already believe, making it harder to engage with different points of view. It's a system designed to replace calm, critical thinking with calibrated emotional reactions. So what's the defense? It isn't to log off or throw your phone in a river. That's just not realistic. The solution is to develop what you might call cognitive sovereignty, the ability to take back control of your own mind, attention, and beliefs. First, awareness is your best shield. You have to understand that you are the target. You have to know that social media platforms are not neutral public squares. They are battlefields for your perception. Second, practice active information hygiene. Question where information is coming from. Be extra wary of content that provokes a strong, immediate emotional reaction, whether it's anger or a feeling of validation. Emotion is the back door to your cognitive defenses. Third, deliberately seek out different perspectives. Break out of your algorithmic bubble. Read and watch things you know you'll disagree with. The goal isn't necessarily to change your mind, but to keep your critical thinking muscles strong. Finally, we need to advocate for transparency and accountability. We have to demand that the AI systems and the data they use are subject to real oversight. We must push for digital literacy to be a core part of our education system, to inoculate the next generation against these new forms of manipulation. The headlines will keep talking about trade deficits and import taxes. It's a story we know how to follow. But the real competition, the defining conflict of our time, isn't for control of the seas or the skies. It's for the 3 pounds of gray matter between your ears. The greatest defense is knowing you're in a fight. The first step to winning is realizing you're the prize. If you found this valuable, don't just like and subscribe. Share this information. The more people who understand the real game being played, the harder it is for anyone to manipulate the players. Spreading this awareness is our most powerful countermove.